Hello, Mendel community. I'd like to share with you another great free online resource that's available here at school and at home. So, getting right to it in our student resources, social studies section, it is called MapMaker Interactive. You can access this site through PandaNet or just by going to education.nationalgeographic.com. And in the mapping drop-down menu, you could see that there's a few mapping tools. We're going to look at the MapMaker Interactive today. So by clicking on MapMaker Interactive, you are brought right here to this great free tool. So let me show you just a little bit about it and what you can do with it. So right off the bat, you have the map, and you can move your mouse and drag the map around. I like this in that you could just keep going around. A lot of times maps will stop at some endpoint, but this one kind of keeps turning. You could see this little pop-up menu. You can scroll around and point in different directions and see different parts of the world. You can use this zoom in, and you can use this zoom out, and this actually gets very close in and goes pretty much all the way out to the entire world. You can use these buttons on the top to do some really great interactive things. So let's say we wanted to measure the distance, let's say, of Africa. So let me click here on this drop-down regions, click Africa, and I focus in on Africa. I wanted to know how long Africa was from east to west. I can click on this ruler. Noticing the drop-down menu of the ruler allows me to change from kilometers to miles. So let's keep it on kilometers. Click on the ruler. It says click to start, and then drag, and then double click to complete. Then I got a line, and it says 6,103 kilometers across. Some pretty cool things you could do right off the bat with some math. So here's this drawing tool, a marker tool, and this map tool allows you to see different types of maps, satellite view, which is very much like Google Earth, street view, terrain, ocean view, just grayed out in one page. Some really great stuff for viewing maps. As you can see, you could zoom in pretty much all the way, and as you zoom, it'll refocus itself so you can kind of look finitely at certain maps. Pretty cool thing. So let's take a look at some of the other features that you could use this with. Here's their sidebar has some great themes. So if I click on the themes, and I use these drop-down menus, I can click, and as these themes pop up, gives you a little description of what they are, and then the map will then overlay that theme so you can see exactly what's happening. So here's ocean. Let's go to something that's a little more, it's earthquake. So if we look at the earthquakes, let's close the description, and here we could see the earthquakes that happen around the earth, and we can zoom in and out. We could have multiple things, talk about volcanoes and earthquakes and see how they're similar locations. Really good stuff. Under physical climate, you click on it, and some of them, when you click on them, you change their transparency, so you can have multiple things up and make one more visible than the other, so you can kind of see one on top of the other. Good for some conversations um, or lesson ideas. So there's lots of different maps you can overlay. Um, then there's the drawing tools. You can draw straight lines. When you click on it, just say you want to keep your past things. Yeah, let's keep that measurement. Here's drawing tools. We can click to start drawing, and here's a line. I can double click to stop. Again, change the color, change the transparency or the width, freehand, polygons, or labels. So if I wanted to write the world, click there, and then there's my world, and can move it around. Oops. Oops, click on the move, and now I can move it around. Pretty cool things. Under markers, just a bunch of things you could put down. So click and drag this marker. Once you click on the marker, you could leave it as it is, or you can click a link. This is a pretty fun feature where when you click link and then click on what you want to link, you can give it a title. Let's name it fire. Forest fires can be prevented. And then at the bottom, there's a little link. But let's just hit save for now. So when I hit save, you could see that when I mouse over it, using my arrow, it will show up. If I click back on link and then click on the object, I can go back to the edit. The bottom it says link to image or website. So if I wanted to, I could just type in a website right here and then hit save. And then when that was popped up, I could then have the ability to click on that website and go to it. If I wanted to put an image in, this is pretty cool. Let me show you how this works. If I click back on the link and then edit this, let's go to a picture. Let's say that, let's try to find a picture of a fire. Let's see what we find in pixforlearning.com. It's pretty nice free site. So here's a picture of a fire that I might want to include. If you're using Microsoft Internet Explorer, it does a little different steps. I'll show you for Chrome. I like Chrome a little better. When you right-click on a picture, one of the options is copy link address. Is that the one we want? Yes, we want copy link address. Oh, no, copy image URL. That's what we want. Copy image URL. And then when we go back to our site, where is our site? Which of these did we have open? Oh, there it is. Let me click back here, and if I paste and then hit save, the image shows up right there for us to see. Some fantastic things that you could do. If you're using Internet Explorer, when you right-click on an image, there is no copy image URL, but if you go to the properties of that picture, you can copy the actual website of the picture, and then going back to your page, you can, I'll just use a new one for now. We'll drag that over here, paste that URL in, my house, let's give it a name, save, and again we have a picture and an image and some description. Some really great things, and you could still zoom in and out and do all this great stuff. I noticed that you can make it full screen, but when you use it full screen and you try to edit, there's no way of typing in. I found that a trick is when you want to edit things, you have to be in its, I guess, minimized or editable format. As soon as you go full screen, you can't type in these boxes. Just a little tip. Okay, so you've created a great map. Now you want to share it. So some great things you could do. You could download it as an image just to be saved and seen as an image, or save it as an XML file, which is a great way to save it if you want to upload or you want to edit it some more, because here there's a reopen map. If you save it as an XML file, you can reopen it later for future edits. On the top, there's some buttons. You could email it, you could print it, you could share it in a few social media places, or you can link it. So if you had a class website and students were creating these, you could have the students copy and paste these links on a Word document and then have that Word document posted on your web page, or just put these links directly on your web page to be shared and viewed by the world. So MapMaker Interactive, great free software for you to really explore the world. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at adam.fisher@pac.dodea.edu.